All right, guys, we have arrived and we stopped at the church. Um, it's about 10 o'clock at night, and Abraham is waiting for us. I'm going to show you what him and Tomas have been doing since we've been gone. Since Sunday, right after service, right when I left to go get Sharon, they immediately went to work. And we've been, you guys heard on the sermon about expanding the stage. And I know it's hard to explain, um, but now once I flip the camera, you'll be able to see um, the work that they've done so far, and you'll be able to. It's done enough to envision what it is um, that I've been wanting all this time. So, but anyways, yeah, we made it here safely, guys, and it was a blessing. It was a blessing for Sharon to be able to go and help her daughter, but it was a blessing for me to bring her home too. And to be able to utilize all the wood that my friend Ronnie, um, really, he blessed us with it because he sold it to us for $100, but it was $800 worth of wood, and wood and so it was a 2x6s, plywood, and uh, what are those sheets called? Sheetrock. Yeah. And but yeah, they've been here doing this, and just a lot of changes that we want to do for the better. There's a few things that we're going to be doing with the channel that probably in a few days I'll be sharing with you guys. I think it'll be better. Sharon was sharing with me some thoughts, and she was telling me somewhere around Bakersfield, and I was driving the last couple hours, and it was making sense. A lot of times when somebody tells me something, I don't say anything. I just kind of process it, and I think I like the idea, but I'm gonna marinate on it for a couple of days, and then share it with you guys because I think you're gonna like it. If you like this channel, I think it's gonna make things a lot better. Yesterday we had dinner with American Cholo, so that was great. That was my second time meeting him in person. The first time was when I went on his YouTube show. His name's Gil, but the show is American Cholo, and so we met at a Mexican restaurant, and food was really good, and we were able to be there for I don't know an hour and a half or so, just talking and discussing things, and it was a good conversation. Um, I was happy to see brother Alfonso. He joined in for a little bit of the march. I don't know if you guys know or not, but the United Farm Workers (UFW) are doing a march all the way from Delano to Sacramento to the Capitol. They've been at it now for a good week, maybe longer, um, and as it's getting closer and closer to Sacramento, the bigger the crowd is getting. And I believe they're passing through Modesto here in 2 days. What is the UFW, United Farm Workers? I'm sure you've heard of Cesar Chavez back in the 60s, who basically began a movement to help the farm workers. And I could go on and on about that. Obviously, I come from a family of farm workers. Um, the tool, it's called the a hoe or the sadon. They used to be really short because it was cheaper for the farmers to buy the short ones, and these workers had to be bent over all day long from sun up to sundown, hunching over using those to cut weeds down. And Cesar Chavez was like, no, you know, you're asking people to break their backs, and all you got to do is just get the full size one so they could be standing up. That was a big deal, and so because of that, the farmers had to get full size ones. And if you know the story, there's about um, boycotting grapes. I mean, you name it. Bathroom breaks. I remember my dad telling me that field workers could not take a bathroom break. They didn't even have breaks like normal factories. Every 2 hours, they got a break. What, a 15-minute break, I think, legally. They wouldn't let the farm workers take breaks. They gave them a lunch, a real quick lunch, and that was it. So from sun up to sundown, and one lunch with no breaks in between. If they stopped to drink water, they'd get in trouble. So it's things like that that Cesar Chavez did. So, anyways, they did this huge march back in the 60s from Delano all the way to Sacramento. And I don't know how many years it's been, 60 something years. And they're doing it again. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I know they want him to sign a bill. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what it is. I should know, a little embarrassed that I don't. But yeah, they're going to be passing through Modesto in 2 days. So Brother Alfonso, who wrote the book God's Fingerprint, he went and met them and marched with them. He took some pictures with Cesar Chavez's son and Cesar Chavez's grandkids. Anyways, I know you guys want to see the stage. So I'm going to take my camera off this tripod in a minute and show you, but let's see. Let's flip this thing around. Oh, wait. It doesn't let me. Hold on. All right, guys, here it is. So, as you know before, the stage ended where that gray was at in the top. So, if you can tell, there's darker wood and lighter wood. We raised it up by 4 inches. Not only did we raise it up, but we made it wider. So now it goes all the way to the wall. So before, let's start over here. See this little extension? Now the subwoofer can be here. Before, the subwoofer was here, but it was blocking that entranceway. Now it's going to be nice and out of the way in its own little corner right here. And actually the stage ended here, right here. So we extended the stage. Look at that. And then we made it 4 inches higher. So now, be taller. And the stage is wider. And, not wider, right? What would be that word? Extended further out.
Yeah.
And
now it doesn't look like I'm falling every time over here.
Oh yeah, that got fixed.
Yeah, because I always look like I was falling.
So not only that, but the stage ended here. So everybody was all kind of packed in.
We were always bunched in right now.
Yeah, all the singers, especially when Brother Ruben, who's not a little guy, would be sitting there with the guitar.
Right here.
Yeah, and then Ernie wants to start playing guitar.
I know.
And so now there's going to be room, plenty of room. And look, see this extension? This is going to be the drum set corner right here. And the other big subwoofer is going to be here.
It won't be right there. It'll be right over there. Like this whole area.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
So this is going to be a wall, guys. With the we're going to put. There was a window there. We're going to put that window there. And this is going to be a wall. So look at this. All this room.
How far was it extended?
Go ahead. I think it was 2.5 feet.
Come on, Abraham. Everybody knows you.
2 feet and 10 inches.
Yeah, so 2 feet and 10 inches wider that way. So, and then like I said, that's going to be a wall. So that door was an eyesore, to me at least. And we figured out, because obviously you need to have an exit door. So that's what this door is going to be. And we're going to fix all this. It's going to be a hallway. It's going to be a hallway out. And then bam. Bam. So, yeah, so this is going to be a wall. So I'm pretty excited. I was watching him. He was sending pictures throughout the whole thing as they were progressing. See, this is the stand where you guys watch the sermons from. And usually I have to zoom it like, oh, I can't zoom in. I have to zoom it because that door. So usually sermons would be, I'd have to zoom it to like right there. But now with that wall covering that door, we'll be able to show more. Yeah, it's gonna be good, guys. So thanks to Abraham and Tomas. They did a lot of work. He's probably tired. And there was a barn door there. See, notice you can't really tell there's a barn door.
Oh, it's right here. It's going to be put back
Yeah, that barn door is going to be here, and that window is going to be covered. There's not going to be a window there. So there's more stuff to do, but man, they got a lot done. And then we have to get carpet. Then all of this. I don't know if we'll find that same color. Do you want to change the color?
Abraham's looking for work, guys.
Huh?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to go to the carpet place and see what deals we can get. Actually, we got to measure this so we can figure out how much carpet I need. But guys, it just opens it up a lot bigger, a lot more. Now there's gonna be room for the drums and the keyboard, and the singers and the guitarist.
Yeah, anybody knows of a carpet place that has good deals, let us know.
Yeah, we need to find a good deal for carpet. Look at that. Look, it just looks so much bigger.
I know, that's so awesome. I'm just so happy we're not going to be squished up there anymore.
I know. Yeah. Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
All right, so you're going to finish the devotion over there? Or?
No? Hold on. So there it is, guys. That's the stage. We've been wanting to do it for how long? What, 8 months? 8 months, man. And God came through, and we got the wood we needed. And
do you remember in the days of Acts, people would trade and they would barter and all
Yeah.
of that? I think we should talk about that because it was a beautiful transaction the way things were done between Tomas and I.
yeah, in the book of Acts, Sharon brought up how the believers would get together and share. They shared their wealth, basically.
Their gifts, you know.
And their gifts, Brother Tomas is what happened was, Sharon does photography. There you are.
Hi guys.
Sharon does photography, really nice photography actually, and he had his mom wanted a picture of the whole family, a photo session, right?
Yeah, Tomas actually really wanted.
Oh, it was him that wanted it for his mom.
For his mom.
So he asked Sharon, like, what would you charge for a photo session to get all my brothers, my sisters, my nephews, everybody, like in an orchard, right? And go ahead. What did you tell him?
I said, actually, so what is it that you wanted? And he just wanted just a few pictures. And I said, well, and I thought about it, and I said, well, listen, and I said, I know you want to do photography, and I said, and we need a few things done here at the church. And I said, well, how about we can trade off, some of that.
Trade skills,
yeah. And I said, if we get the stuff, for the stage or for whatever's needed, I'll do the photography and everything, and maybe you can help out with this. And he said,
labor.
You know what? Yeah, the labor. And he says, you know what? He says, let's do it.
He goes, get the wood.
Yeah, so he goes, get the wood, and then we can do that. And I know photography can be really, really expensive, and it was kind of close to like 30 people. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of people.
But it was just like individual, like that family, this family.
He wasn't expecting that,
okay.
But I told him once we got there, I said,
well, he wanted a group shot.
Yeah, he just wanted a group shot and pictures of like that. And I decided to do more. I wanted individual, each family with her, and different pictures of just the grandkids individually. And I decided to do more. And I said, I'm going to do pictures of every single family individually and just do more. So guys, I thought it would be really, really special. So, and still to this day, I told him I'm going to give him a CD of all of them and everything. And that's where we're at. I'm editing, those pictures and I need to give him a CD and all of that. And he's doing this. So we're trading off, and sometimes, That's what we do. We barter our
And maybe it
skills.
wasn't 8 months ago because it was springtime.
Yeah, it was.
It
It
was
was.
when the cherry
It's
blossoms were
only
out.
been like 5 months.
Like, yeah,
It's been about 5 months, and we're trading off those skills, for
yeah,
one another. I've been so busy that it's taken me a little bit longer to get all that stuff together for him and everything. But, you know, um, as a matter of fact, it was an awesome experience to be able to do that. It's been a blessing. And here we are as brother and sister, just helping one another out,
yeah,
and I think it's beautiful when we can use each other's gifts and be able to do it,
yeah.
for one another as family.
But what hindered, like I said it on sermon. I think I said it this Sunday and last Sunday was the fact that Tomas would ask. He's like, "Hey, when are we gonna do the stage?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I can't afford the wood. Like, we didn't have $900 laying around, you
Yeah.
know." And then Ronnie, my old friend that doesn't even go to church, guys. He rapped on a couple songs with Darkroom. He was an amazing artist. Did I ever tell you that?
No, I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
that's how I know him. So he's from Merced, and so we follow each other on Facebook and Instagram. And basically, I don't want to really say the story, but basically, he had a hookup with Wood, and he's like, I said, he goes, "What do you need it for?" I said, "I need it for a stage in a church." He goes, "You know what? Give me $100." He goes, and come get it, which was 2 hours away. That's when me and Abraham took off. But it wasn't until after I realized what the guy truly did, man. He blessed us so much because we added it up. He went to the Home Depot website and it came up to $780 something the wood we had. And I'm just like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. The Lord has truly blessed us because God knows that we want this to honor Him, you
Yeah.
know. And here we are, and then I took off to go get you, and they stayed working on it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
and it couldn't have been at a better time too, because Abraham has recently been out of work.
Mm-hmm.
He's been out of work for about 3 weeks now, and he really, really needed, to do a little bit of extra work. And not only does this help him, but he's learning. He's learning more of the trade, which
Well,
is
Tomas
help.
is an amazing carpenter.
Yeah, and he's an amazing teacher too. He's always taught him new things, and Abraham loves to work, so he learns a lot from Tomas. Even from the beginning, when we first started working here at the church, he's always helped him in learning new things, and he loves to learn.
Yeah,
So this is a great opportunity for him to come under him and learn, which is a great thing because he's an amazing worker. So apart from that, he's been picking little side jobs, up from different people, and it's helped him because, he still has his little bills to pay and everything. But, it's a blessing because by him just learning new trades, that's going to help him, with getting new
yeah.
jobs, and everything. So it's a blessing, in disguise at the same time. But guys, I think these are moments where we got to learn from things like this, because if we have special gifts, we have to utilize them in God's kingdom. We have to utilize it for one another's as sisters and brothers. We have to, iron sharpens iron, and we have to be able to utilize them to help one another, especially when it comes to the things of God. If one has a skill, then and the other one has a skill, you bring those skills together. My gosh, can you imagine what it can do for one another, and what it can do to help in growing God's kingdom? Man, we can be a firehouse in the things of God if we just come together. But a lot of the times we want to hoard those gifts, and we want to hoard those skills, when it can really truly be utilized, for the good of God. And man, I just think that a lot of the times we don't even want to tell people the abilities that we have, and we don't want to let other people know the capabilities that we have in doing things. And there's so much that we can do with what we have. Let your skill, let your gift be known unto others. Don't hold on to it. Just don't be afraid to utilize it. Don't be afraid to let your light shine, because it is so needed. It is so important, because here's what happens when you are out in the world. you weren't afraid to be one of the loud ones. You weren't afraid to use that skill for the world. So why are you afraid to use it now? Why are you so afraid to let your light shine now? We weren't afraid out in the world, so don't be afraid now. Let your light shine. Do it for something good, you know?
So also I know Ernie. He's been wanting to play. Ernie's another guitarist
I'm
that we
so
have,
excited, yeah.
and now there's room. There's more room because we're gonna have room for the keyboard, the guitar, the drums, and the singers. And but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I do want to get home, and we wanted to share this with you because this is a big deal. So once they do this, because Tomas says I need another sheet of plywood,
Yeah.
and then that and the carpet. You know what I mean? You already measured for the carpet.
I wanna share something now that he's bringing that up about the Ernie wanting to play and everything. Guys, we have been praying for the longest time for musicians, and you guys already know that I'm probably a broken record in regards to that. But this while I was gone, I was able to have a few meetings, along with David through Zoom with some of our leaders and everything. And I was also able to jump on with Grace International with some of the leaders from Grace International and be on some worship camps, music camps, where we were doing some songwriting camps. And it was such a beautiful experience because I had a chance to work in some groups with some of the Grace International worship leaders, worship pastors, and people that actually got together in some groups. I worked in like groups of four and stuff, and we actually wrote some music this past week. I was really really excited. I was able to share with David. It was an amazing experience, and just for me, I'm excited seeing this stage, and seeing this beautiful platform. I'll tell you why. Because for me, seeing this extension means that God is ready to open up some hearts and to encourage some people that are open to want to worship. And that means that He's ready to open the doors for somebody who wants to play the keyboard, somebody who wants to play the drums, somebody who wants to play the cajon, somebody who wants to, get up there and play bass and to wants to, to really, really.
And now we have the room for it.
Yes.
Before we wanted it, but really we didn't have the room for it.
And I just really, really feel that this is what this, because I felt like when I was working with these songwriters and everything, God just really began to show me that, man, worship is truly, truly what really ushers in a beautiful presence in any environment. And I really believe that He's calling the true worshipers out. And man, this should excite you. This should really, really excite you, true worshipers. I'm speaking to you, true worshipers who really want to become part of this moment. This is going to be a moment for you to come and just want to get on that keyboard and want to get on those drums and everything. If really if the Lord is speaking to you, man, we got that keyboard here waiting for you. We have those drums here waiting for you. Answer the call. Like, seriously, answer the call. We're here. We're waiting for you. Amen.
Yeah, exactly. Other than that, like I said, she didn't even know that we were starting this stage. I didn't tell her. She was over there taking care of her daughter. And when I saw this opportunity with Ronnie and me and Abraham went to go get the wood, when we came to drop the wood off, Tomas showed up with the measuring tape because he knew we went to get the wood. And he's like, I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
I didn't even know until I seen pictures and it was already almost halfway done. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got really, really excited. Yeah. I really did.
So, all right, guys, we're going to get going. God bless you guys and have a good day.
Bye, guys. We love you guys.
Bye.